What's the biggest example of from genius to idiot has there ever been? Linus Pauling. He went from being a preeminent chemist and biochemist to a quack who wrote books claiming that megadoses of vitamin C cured all disease and was the key to an insanely long life. The guy that invented PCR, which was groundbreaking in early DNA research, got a Nobel Prize, though most probably remember it from the COVID days. Went off the rails. Denied that HIV caused AIDS even after it was scientific consensus, and spent his time talking to a glowing raccoon in the forest at night. I think Steve Jobs was a marketing and sales genius. Then when it came to his treatable cancer, well, I wouldn't call him an idiot, but he placed his faith in the wrong person, and his "I always win" attitude cost him his life. He was unlucky to get cancer, but lucky that it was treatable at the stage it was discovered. But he ignored his doctors and thought that changing his diet would heal him. Thomas Midgley. All his inventions were thought to be great contributions to mankind until we found out they were dumping crazy amount of toxins into the atmosphere and burning a hole in the ozone layer. Charlie Gordon from Flowers for Algernon. Elizabeth Holmes, founder of Theranos. Rudy Giuliani. Not really genius, but highly respected in terms of going from being nearly universally well regarded to an absolute joke. He's definitely up there. The Perfect Crime, by Leopold and Leib. Al Capone, legendary gangster, died of syphilis with the brain age of a child. Sometimes karma does happen. Linus Pauling. Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Peace Nobel Prize. After that decided to dedicate himself to eating as much vitamin C as possible. Rudy Giuliani went from perceived hero of New York and 9/11 to a leaking meme in front of Four Seasons Landscaping. Rudy Giuliani went from the man who saved NYC to 9/11, America's mayor, to henchman sidekick a la Renfield or Igor overnight. John Harvey Kellogg. Nutritionist. Inventor of cornflakes. Then decided that being a eugenicist was better. Oh, and decided that women's clitorises should be burned off with acid or removed altogether. Ben Carson. World-acclaimed neurosurgeon and believer that the pyramids of Egypt were built to store grain. Gonna put two out there I haven't seen yet. Scott Adams. While genius is a stretch, he was a successful cartoonist for years until his politics started coming out. And then the racist comments. Everyone thought he was taking on big business. Then it all came tumbling down. Second, and in a similar vein, the YouTuber Illuminati built up an audience by criticizing shady business practices. Turned out to be a horrible person who was guilty of shady business practices. Elon Musk comes to mind immediately. Well, he was probably an idiot the whole time, but he had the veneer of a genius for a while. Napoleon. Steamrolls Europe 6+ times and suddenly forget logistics and diplomacy where and when it matters the most. Like Musk, he never was truly a genius. But Steve Jobs dying of preventable cancer because he got high off of his own farts is iconic. Jeremy from Top Gear in the episode that he tied the log to the back of his car to traverse a tough road. Very quickly after mentioning his own genus, the log kicked up off a rock or something and shattered his back window. Edit. Of course I know he's not serious. The show is basically a comedy show, and 80% of what he says is dripping with sarcasm. Y'all need to chill TF out. I don't need to say this one. I'll just leave an X in the spot instead.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.